Responsible for the Institute and the imagination behind the programs for the Clocktower and P.S.1 is Alanna Heiss.
Well, I think a lot of the energy that comes out of New York art has to do with the artists confronting that aspect of abandonment. Almost, it's a jungle aspect of the city, and they come in and they face that, and they take that energy right from the street or right from the building. I mean, it would be cranes or hoists or a 14-story squat, no window place that's, 100 by 100 and most of the floors are out. And they'll come in there and they have that kind of determination that you associate with either pioneers or, I don't know, special services in some Far Eastern country. It's like, here we go. And you visit other countries, as you do so frequently, the art tends to stem from, it seems to me, other visual aspects of urban living.
I think artists really have to exist on the fringes of a society. They feel that they have to explore new territories and find new frontiers. And I think it's really in kind of crummy spaces like this that they feel that frontier spirit, and they feel that they are once again on the margin, and in a way that's where they experiment best.
And I don't like the idea that good art could only be made under bad circumstances, and I'm not trying to say that they should only have terrible, crummy buildings. But if those buildings are not made available to people who need and want them, that seems very silly for them to sit tinned up year after year after year with vandals or bums living in them or burning them down. And why can't we make this kind of space available to our artists?
PS1 in Queens is 2 stops away from the Museum of Modern Art on the IND subway. Surrounded by the machine shops, hardware stores, and industrial setting of Long Island City, PS1 is a symbol of urban rehabilitation. A trip there is a constant reminder of the context in which art is made in New York.
PS1 is, of course, this very large red brick with brownstone trim, a great building in the Romanesque, the Richardsonian Romanesque style, 3 or 4 stories high with towers, a couple of big towers with open arcades, which are also used by artists and sculptors as workspace. And the building feels formidable and at the same time alive because of what is in it. And now that building, little by little, will be in better and better repair and will become the very handsome thing that it was when it was new 85 years ago. It has really been plucked from almost certain doom into vivid new life. And the building begins to look like that, even from a distance. You can see it's alive.
Typical of the way artists have transformed the abandoned halls and corridors of this former public school is Zedekian's gold door, where gilt paint turns a decaying doorway into an entrance fit for a king. The largest and most ambitious operation of the Institute, PS1 has 25,000 square feet of reconverted space. Bigger than the Whitney, the Guggenheim, or the Modern, the space at PS1 is divided into studio, project, performance, and exhibition areas where a wide variety of work is shown.
I wanted to see the 70, 80, 90 artists that I could contact and get involved in this project be given a whole room to do an installation relevant to the building, to what they wanted to make at that time, to working with the excitement and the energy that was present in the building at that time.
Contemporary art flourishes not in a commercial climate that seeks the sure thing, but in an open, creative, experimental atmosphere where artists are permitted to fail as well as succeed. The art of the 60s projected clear, unequivocal, easily recognized images. But the art of the 70s is more ambiguous and varied, more about questions than answers, more concerned with the artist's immediate relationship to his environment than with the creation of distant, saleable objects. And PS1 is leading the way by renewing the spirit of adventure in the art world.
And you dream what kind of situations you can provide that are exciting to everyone, exciting to an audience, exciting to people who make art, exciting to people who look at art. I can't really think of anything I'd rather do. You asked me that earlier, and I don't think there's anything I'd rather do than what I do.